Hello and welcome back, beautiful Capricorns. Thanks for being here. So let's pull some messages for your love reading here. Messages for Capricorn. Capricorn, please and thank you. Capricorn. Someone is saying, I shouldn't have left you. I had to let go of you because I wasn't good for you. Someone is spiritually being punished for turning against you. I want to invest my time and love into making you happy. I didn't mean to abandon you. Visions of you crying for what I said or did to you still haunt me, feeling cut off spiritually. Dead silence. I don't feel worthy enough to speak to you. Taking time off so we can be healthier for each other in the future. I want my family back. I was a coward. I blamed you for all my fuck-ups to justify what I've done or said. I'm in between running away from you or running back into your arms. Sinking into a false fantasy. I have to keep my distance to heal. I'm too embarrassed to show my face. For me not showing up for you emotionally, they're embarrassed. I was too toxic toward you. This person is... Okay, let's find out what went wrong. It is what it is. That's what they're saying. They're being punished for whatever they did to you. They're mad at you, thinking that you were nagging them for everything. Oh, date from hell. Venting way too much about an ex. They think that you overreacted to something. You intimidate them. They're saying you acted like you didn't care about them. Never satisfied. You could have gone through their phone. And they were belittling you, trying to make you feel or look stupid for too stressful to even stay involved. They like to trick and confuse you. They were in something for status. And you were continually catching them acting peculiar or acting out of character or acting strange. Somebody's sex drive is very high. You may have had to see something for yourself. Somebody else is involved here. There's a question. Too much going on in their life. And you've made it clear they're not to mess with you. And they turn to someone else for emotional support. Bunch of nosy people gossiping. Putting on a happy front for friends and family. You get in their head and they hated it. So it's like you made it perfectly clear that you weren't gonna, you were not somebody to be toyed with. They thought that you overreacted to something or made you, it's a form of belittlement. Sensing a little bit of narcissistic traits here. Belittling you for catching them. Like, starting fights with you to unite with you. This is a masculine energy who gets chick happy. Hopping from one chick to the next. Business and pleasure. High hopes. Hoping you would be enough. Toxicity and jealousy. So they kept triggering you. They kept trying to trigger you to be jealous, and then they would say you were overreacting. That's mind games. Whew, hidden pregnancy. You didn't want to see something. You didn't want to believe it in this person. You thought that this person was worth turning a blind eye to, but it was making you become someone who you didn't want to become. Like, they were changing your personality. You didn't want to believe this of this person. Toxicities. This person that's ego. This person wants their family back. But they're too embarrassed to face you. They're hiding how hurt they are in front of like friends and family. This is like pretending that all is okay. Everything is good here. Because you didn't. This is denial. Empress energy. So Oh, Lord. This person gets easily bored. They hop from one person to another. And it's like they were hiding things from you. There's no doubt about it. They felt like, well, they were cheating, but it's like they blamed you for everything. Oh, well, confiding in someone else. They're always nagging me. They're doing this, they're doing that. It's because you intimidate them. And they were doing stuff to like hurt you, say hurtful things, or belittlement here. And you weren't going to put up with it. They're intimidated by you. Because you're like, you know your value, you know your worth. And you could have said like, F you. They were trying to trigger jealousy in you. They were flirting, very flirtatious, to trigger you, to try to trigger you. This person was doing things intentionally to pick fights with you. And then when you would call them on it, then that would give them an excuse to go cheat or something. Go cry on somebody else's shoulder. They were trying to make you angry. They were blaming you, accusing you, picking fights with you. Judging you, see? They want to come toward you, but they're scared. You intimidate this person, you do. Because you're not putting up with their BS. They have a fear that you're going to reject them. Now they want to come home. This is karma. They belittled you, making you feel like you weren't good enough, you weren't worthy enough for that. You were crazy, you know, you're insecure, you are this, you are that, you are the other thing. No, they're an incorrigible flirt, and you wasn't putting up with it. Empty promises. They do love you, But this person had to grow up. They have lost a lot of money dealing with this connection. Like, if they cheated, they've lost a lot of money by doing what they did. And they're too embarrassed to face you. It's like, they was doing stuff to trigger you. I'm going to be real. Now, they could have gotten someone pregnant. They tried to hide it as long as they could. But not in all cases. If you know your person didn't go out and get someone pregnant, then you know that's not your person. But some of these people certainly did. And they're pretending they're all happy and everything, but they're not. They're not at all. They thought that you overreacted to whatever they were doing, but you weren't overreacting, and I want you to know that. You were not overreacting, Capricorn. It's like they're in regret. I shouldn't have left you. I shouldn't have done this. But they were blaming you. But it was to justify what they were doing. Like, this person was belittling you. Making you feel like it was your fault because you had enough of them. Like, they thought that you kept overreacting to something. Like, when they would say something or talk about their ex, or talk about that, they thought that you were overreacting, but the truth of the matter is that you were not. You just didn't want to put up with their bullshit. It's like they were blaming you for what they did. Trying to like intimidate you, but they were intimidated by you. And then they would say like, oh, come on, you're overreacting. It's just like you were carrying things out of proportion. No, you weren't. And now they're too embarrassed to face you. Because whatever situation they got themselves into, it has cost them a lot of money. It has... They feel embarrassed about it. So they're partying with their friends and stuff like that, just to like cover up all their fuck ups. This person is like pretend. They're living in a pretend world. A pretend life. And they were hopeful that, you know, you were going to be the only person that they needed. Because maybe you have a high sex drive. Maybe you are their sexual match. But this person gets bored easily. Never satisfied. and then belittles you. Picks fights with you, belittles you, and blames you for overreacting. Now they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed to face you. They turn to someone else for emotional support, but turned out to be the date from hell. Well, they allowed others in their business. And they felt you overreacted to whatever they were doing, but you didn't overreact. See, they played doctor, pinpointing everything that was wrong with you, instead of looking in the mirror what was wrong with them. Maybe you had a high sex drive. Maybe they couldn't handle it. I don't know. Person wants wishing and hoping. This person wants their family back now, see? People are gossiping. This person is doing something for appearances. It's all about appearances for them. And as long as they've got to pinpoint the finger at you, they are not looking at themselves. They want you back. But the question is, do you want them? Take care.